I know I'm putting you on the spot. But
Can I do a Gollum impression?
yeah, you can do that.
He doesn't do a Gollum impression. He is Gollum. He can act like Gollum.
Like,
Should I Gollum? See, impression is not the right word for it.
Should I go full Gollum?
You become Gollum.
Should I go full Gollum?
He's like Andy Serkis. Yes.
Alright.
okay, oh god. Okay, we go for it. Oh shit. Oh.
And away he goes, precious. Gone, gone, gone. Smeagol is free.
What are you doing, Kevin?
Nothing.
That better be a video of this fantastic game that
Yeah, it is.
He looks, look up John Mulaney and you can see a picture of Kevin. I swear to God, just Google John Mulaney. Fucking do it! Let's say I probably won't. Great kid.
Oh shit, that's
I've never actually looked at John Mulaney. Holy shit.
That's the guy from Teddy. He's hilarious. It's funny, he looks just like a stand-up comedian and he does stand-up. Yeah, I imagine not wearing a turban would be effective in trying to escape the police. This looks like a dandy place to leave my backpack and never come back for it.
John!
Classic mom. My mom is so racist.
What?
That's why they get into so much trouble on the streets. I wrote an article today on why hipsters are the end of Western civilization. I thought I agreed. What? I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Fucking take you out to market. There's no way you're doing this.
Fucking take you out to market.
My favorite one is, why is 6 afraid of 7? Do you know? Do you know? Because 7, 8, 9. Oh, that joke is so funny though.
It's one of my favorites as well.
Is it really?
Santa loves his cookies.
Swag. Did Chris just say swag into your video?
I had the chicken cross the road.
Why?
He was playing chicken.
With whom?
Doesn't matter. He made it.
Josh, and I'm gonna enjoy every second of
Just
it.
redo that whole spiel with the Oxford English thing.
Yeah, do that again.
Well, you see, Haley, the traditional Oxford English, you might not know what Oxford English is. That's a dialect of English. It's considered the most pure English in the world. Only members of Suffolk University might know that.
Josh, are you creating?
I don't even know, man.
Anyways, in dialectal American English, they might pronounce this Suffolk, but it is in fact pronounced Suffolk. Suffolk, you know? You kind of double pronounce the F. The F is exaggerated, accentuated, illuminated. Suffolk. You're welcome. Common misconception.
Okay, so there's a wide-mouthed frog, and he goes up to a cat, and he goes, "What do you feed your babies?" And the cat says, "Mice." And he's like, "Oh, that's nice." And then he goes up to an anteater, and he says, "What do you feed your babies?" And the anteater says, "Ants." And so he's like, "Oh, that's nice." And then he goes up to an alligator, and he says, "What do you feed your babies?" And the alligator says, "Wide-mouthed frogs." And he goes, "Oh, that's nice. Hope you find some."
Just make sure I remember it. Hold on. Okay. Daughter ask Latvian father if she can go to America, and father say,
Okay, you go to America. She cried tear of joy and bring salt to potato. Then Latvia men think and say, daughter, you can no longer go to America. More salt for potato. Farewell to farm. It's too sad an ending though. Son also rises is my favorite, even though he have no genital in book. Very sad. Two men sit on ground looking up at sky. They see a cloud. One man look up at cloud and see a potato. Other man look up at cloud and see impossible dream. A same cloud. That's all I can remember now.
What do you get when you play a country song backwards?
What do you get when you play a country song backwards?
You get your house, your wife, your dog, and your truck back.
Look, just tell some jokes.
I wish my phone number was 222-2222. That way, if someone wants to try and call me up, I can say, just press 2 for a while. And when I answer, you will know that you have pressed 2 enough. You know what's bullshit? Pepperidge Farm bread. It's that bread which comes with another wrapper around the bread. I do not need another step between me and toast. Pepperidge Farm bread is like a duck's nightmare. It's like if a duck walked into my convenience store and took a loaf of bread, I would let him go. I went to Subway and I said, just give me a loaf of bread. And they said, we don't do that. And I said, well, it's for a duck. And they said, oh, you can have that free of charge. Next time I go in there, I'm gonna say, hit me up with a steak supreme sub, but don't bother ringing it up. It's for a duck.
I should probably open the door.
I bought a donut, and the guy gives me a receipt for the donut. I do not need a receipt for the donut. I do not need documentation of this purchase. When am I ever going to have to prove that I bought a donut? Like some skeptical friend? I know you didn't buy that donut. Bitch, I bought that donut. I got the documentation right here. We do not need to bring ink and paper into this transaction. How about I give you the money and you give me the donut?
These next 2 weeks are going to be the tits.
Why?
Because on Sunday I'm going to the Fratellis. This weekend my buddies are coming over.
Which buddies?
The guy who pooped in the ceiling and another friend of mine. Do you remember me telling you that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
So I was walking down the street going from my dorm to another dorm. I was going with a bunch of people, and all of a sudden these two guys stopped me on the street, and I think they were under the influence of marijuana. So one of them, who I will refer to for the rest of this joke as the scary black man, and it's not a lot more racist out loud than in my head, but we're gonna keep going. Basically, him and this other guy approach me, and the scary black man goes, yo, you kids want to buy a hookah? And it's like, and I'm like, no, thank you. And it's not like I don't party, because I do party. You know, like I pregame life, because my mom drank when she was pregnant. And so right after he's like, yo, you kids want to buy a hookah? Sean, who's also black, but I don't have to mention that necessarily because he's just Sean. He's a nice guy. Sean holds up a hookah and goes, like almost like a Vanna White kind of style, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, that's the hookah that Scary Black Man was referring to earlier. Like, that's okay. I see what he's referring to. He's like $60, and I was like, well, I didn't ask for the price because I'm not looking to buy. He's like, all right, that's cool, that's cool. You guys want to hear a joke? And I'm like, I love jokes. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'd love to hear a joke. And so he's like, all right, gather around. So we all circle up around Scary. I'll just call him Scary because I feel like I'm being racist. And so we all circle up around him. He's like, what do you call it when you gut a fish like this? And he does the hand motion right down the center. And I'm like, what do you call it, Scary? And he's like, a pussy, and I'm like, no, that's not. That's not a joke. Like, that's like a vague comparison at best. Like, you're not allowed to call that a joke. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see what Sean's up to, and Sean's just like blissfully stoned. He's just like, all right. Like, he doesn't even acknowledge the fact that Scary just told a joke. He's just like, this is a cool building right here. Like, you guys college students? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you guys want to hear a joke from me? And he says something racist that I don't ever feel comfortable repeating. So every once in a while, though, I hear Scary just telling other jokes. It would be like, what do you call it when you split a banana in half? A pussy. And I'm like, no, Scary, I think you need to rework these jokes. Like, come up with something different. Eventually, the conversation's kind of dying down. He's like, all right. I hear Scary say, all right. One last joke. What two things in the office look most like a pussy? And I'm like, what? It's like, 2 paper clips. Thank you. Good night. And he just like walks off. And that was the last time I ever saw Sean.
What about Scary?
Oh yeah, Scary too. He's gone. But I'm a little bit happier about that one. So I just feel comfortable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It's not really a loss. I like to consider it a gain, in all honesty. I figured Scary was actually probably a loss, just him being around. But I appreciate the sentiment. I don't want to minimize the fact that you are acknowledging my emotions.
I probably have jokes. I just can't think of one like that.
You should just give us a bad pun.
I can give you a bad pun. This one, I told this pun in sophomore year of high school. We were talking about Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War and all that good shit. And my history teacher actually said that most presidents, typically when they encounter a problem that they don't know how to solve, they just look back at what other presidents have done in the past. But this thing never happened before. Lincoln could not look back at the past and say, oh, what do I do in the case of a civil war? That hasn't happened before. So I raised my hand. I go, so you mean to say it is unprecedented? And then everyone hit me.
Okay, so in my high school, there was my group of friends. It was me, I was in the orchestra, and the rest of my friends were in band. And the kids that were in band created this group of friends called the Club 712 Gang. And it was because in the morning our school started at 7:17. So if you left the band room at 7:12, then you could get to class by 7:17, with just enough time, 5 minutes. So we were the 712 Gang, right? Well, the 712 Gang spent so much time in the music room, just between the two, band and orchestra, that we eventually realized that if you go into where the marching band stores their drums, you can go up into the ceiling, and then there's a little hatch on the wall, and there's, through that hatch, this space that's above one of the soundproof rooms in the orchestra. We spent so much time trying to figure out a way to get over to the hatch, because it was one side of the room, where we got the ceiling tile thing off, and there was a whole bunch of ceiling tiles, and then here was the hatch on the wall, so we couldn't climb across the ceiling tiles. We took a 2x4 that we smuggled in by telling my teacher that there was a fight down the hall. We take this 2x4, we smuggle it in, we put it up there, and we take climbing rope and put it over a support beam and then string it up by that, so that we could climb across to this hatch, right? So this became Club 712. Was this secret little space that we had hidden above one of the soundproof rooms. And over over 2 years we put in a cot, Christmas lights, a projector, an Xbox. We had a cooler full of water bottles. I slept over there one night because I didn't want to go home. It was awesome. It was so cool. So to commemorate Club 712, after 3 years of hiding out in the ceiling, my friend Cole, smartest guy I know, is majoring right now in geospatial intelligence, decided to defecate in a Fritos bag and leave it up there for the whole summer. It's the reason we call him Ceiling Pooper now. The bag of poop made it in 2 months until the principal figured out that there was a Club 712 in the ceiling and sent some janitors up there to check it out. And they knew it was a club. They didn't know about the poop until I think they got up there and they could smell the poop. And there was like no way of mistaking it for like an animal. Like it was obviously like people poop in a Fritos bag. And that was the rise and fall of Club 712 over time.
Here we go.
So it was the first day of me being here. Very first day I was here. We were going to an OL group meeting, and I was already a bit late, so I was kind of going a little fast, you know. I had actually texted the OL leader, like, hey, I'm going to be a little late. And so I'm going, and like, as I'm walking down the street, these two bros just materialized behind me. I don't know where they came from, but they were just there. First bro says to the second bro, "Yo man, it would be totally crucial to get to know like a hot babe." and the second bro just says, "Crush," which is exactly what I was thinking. First bro says, "You know man, like crucial," as if we should know what that, as if we've heard that before. Like, come on, everyone knows crush. So the second bro to that is like, "Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, we need to do that." And I'm just like, holy shit. Oh my god, I can't believe. So I go to my OL meeting, I turn around, they're gone. I never got a good look at them. I don't know if they go here. I don't know what they were doing. I thought they were with me, but they weren't. Every time I tell the story, I'm like afraid. Two bros will just be walking by and be like, "Bro, that was us."
Is trick question. There's no potato.
Okay.
What makes me happy are jokes.
My favorite poet?
Yeah, it's a tough question.
Who is my favorite poet? Bill Hicks?
Clearly the T-Rex.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a silly question.
Can you do it again?
It's not magic. It's really intense.
It's about a rivalry
Two magicians rivalry stemming from a tragic event that you see pretty obviously seen.
The artiste in his natural habitat, my room, eating food.
Oh yeah, about that. I'm gonna get some milk and come back.
Okay, bye.
Stop filming.
I am.
You gotta hear like, it's a laugh track. Film for a live studio audience.